Welcome to the first episode of The Aquarian Gets His Guitar Repaired. I'm here at Twin Town Guitars here today in Minneapolis, doing a little before and after guitar repair. Gibson 125, mild warhorse. It needs a lot of help. As you can see, there's no bridge or trapeze on it, therefore there's no strings. Frets need a lot of work done to them. And I'd love to play it at my show in Hollywood, Saturday night, May 11th. We play at 8 p.m. I bought for $125 in 1980. Now needs $600 of work. Probably 1963 to 67, somewhere in there. Can't get the experts to agree. But I've played hundreds and hundreds of shows on it. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in the studio playing on it. It's an old pal. We'll see it before and we'll see it after. One day I was in the studio just looking at it. This metal piece, it just snapped. You can see daylight through it. You just saw the whole guitar just go pling. You can see this little wire in the back end here. That's for grounding. They solder it onto here. That would go there. The trapeze hooks under there. You got this bridge, rubber band around it so that the saddle pieces don't fall out. Yeah, you recognize that. That's more like what a guitar looks like, right? And it wasn't playable anymore. So I went on the magical interweb of things, found a newly manufactured part that didn't quite match. Holes are a little different. So I decided to let professionals repair it instead of me. I didn't want to drill new holes into an old guitar. The next thing you want to look at are the frets. I have played this hundreds and hundreds of hours. You see these grooves that are in these frets? Those are actually little divots where the strings have just ground out the metal. So it really needs a refretting. This might be a 1970s refret job. Thicker frets in the 70s. Originally they would have been thinner. When I first got this guitar was so shiny. There was no damage on it, but I played a lot of shows. You can see some of the wear and tear. There used to be a pick guard on it. I still have it, but it was all warped. When I was doing my Pete Townsend windmills, I kept ripping it off the guitar, so as not to damage the guitar. Just took the pick guard off. This used to be all just very shiny black, but now it's all worn down. Hit it against my drummer's cymbals many times and just totally ground down the end. There's a serial number, 84203. The case in itself, the buckles are all blasted out, so I have to tie this old belt around it. This is my belt from high school. My drummer, Jeff Jara, actually spray painted Willie Wisely Trio on there in the mid-90s. The case itself was from, are you ready for this? Paul Westerberg. Broken by Paul Westerberg. Secondly, the guitar was sold to me by a guy named Charlie Pett. Now, I haven't seen Charlie in a long time. He once played this guitar in front of John Lennon. John Lennon showed up to a club that Charlie was playing at in Venice Beach. I think he said John and Harry Nilsson showed up, and suddenly there were 400 people in this little tiny bar, and John Lennon got on stage and like played an acoustic version of Imagine or something. So John Lennon has seen this guitar. Has, like present tense. I won't give up the flame, right? Prince and John Lennon, they're all gonna walk back in the door someday, fully alive. Joke was on us. Willie Wisely and the Sun Sessions at the Hotel Cafe in Hollywood, Saturday, May 11th, 8 p.m. sharp. Be there.